Back, Dynasty Football Live, coming right back to you here. Today, we're going to be bringing you our all sleeper team. We're going to fill up a whole lineup with nothing but sleepers. I hope you've been watching. I hope you've watched our Dream Team Dynasty Football lineup. We're going to do the same thing today for you with sleepers. Yeah, guys, we're talking about sleepers that could have bounce back years. We're talking about sophomores, we're talking about rookies. We're going to throw them all into one basket and let you know who our true sleeper is at every position. And we're going to fill up a lineup. And he's going to fill his up, which is my co-host Manny. I am Byron. We're always going to bring you the best content here at Dynasty Football Live. But today, I'm going to let it go over here to Manny. We're going to get it started off with our true 2023 sleeper team. Here we go.
All right. Actually, I was thinking about this, and man, I'm having a hard time picking just one. Can I pick two for?
You got two people there. All I ask is you let me give them mine, and then we'll come back, and you can give them your second one.
All right, sounds good. I think for me, the first guy that I'm going to pick is Russell Wilson. I think, obviously, it's a bit controversial considering what he did last year and what the team, there was some crazy stat about them. I think they scored I want to say 15 points per game or 16 points per game or something. And if they had scored just 3 more points per game because of how elite their defense was last year, they would have actually gone to the playoffs. That's how good that team can be. I think Sean Payton, along with Russell Wilson, I don't know if you've seen videos or pictures, but he looks like he's lost at least 30 pounds. I mean, he was looking like the lefty hefty last year, so and playing like him a little bit. Rest in peace. But yeah, for me, Russell Wilson is my first sleeper at quarterback. I couldn't pick between him and the other guys, so I won't say it yet, but Russell Wilson's my first sleeper.
I like that. I really like the love that, man, Russell Wilson has just been a competitor. And I think, sometimes a change of scenery is tough. It's tough to overcome. It's tough for these players to go to a different altitude like Denver and adjust to that whole situation, man. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Colorado, but I have, and it ain't easy adjusting to that altitude, I promise you. So for me, I think that's a great pick. Great pick to start us off here with our 2023 sleeper team. For me, I don't know if you want to classify this guy as a sleeper. He's pretty much a Hall of Famer. But him going in to this new team that has said, you know what, we're tired of the disrespect of Aaron Rodgers. We're tired of it. We're tired of it. We're going to give you everything that you can ask for and more. So for me, I love Aaron Rodgers as my top sleeper of 2023. He is unbelievable. He's going to come in and just tear it up with Garrett Wilson. I think that he is going to turn this team into a perennial playoff team. Without a doubt, he is number one on my sleeper list of all sleepers. It's tough to say that about Aaron Rodgers, but that's where he's at in his career because of, the neglect that he had with the Packers. We all can agree upon the neglect that they gave a Hall of Fame quarterback, dude. Come on, man. Like, you have this kind of quarterback leading your team, and you're going to just say, yeah, I'm the GM. I'm going to do what I want. I get paid to be the GM. You play quarterback. Sorry, guys. But Aaron Rodgers deserves better, and we've seen that throughout the offseason of what he's getting now. So for me, the number one sleeper in the entire Dynasty Football realm is Aaron M. Rodgers, okay?
I completely agree, and I'm not going to go too far. I hear Packers, and I go on a rant. I'm going to stop. gonna stop myself.
Hey,
Uh,
all I'm saying is what I've seen OTA wise and mandatory minicamp. The guy is
mhm,
smiling again. He's smiling,
yeah,
and that's really good to see in your franchise quarterback that he's happy. He's finally
yeah,
happy, man. He's finally feeling wanted. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
exactly.
that's what I see.
And I know you all see this right here. You can't see what it is, but that is the Aaron Rodgers Super Bowl autograph helmet. So I love Rodgers. Anyways, I'm gonna stop there, but I'll quickly. I won't go too far because we're supposed to have only one, but I did two. For me, man, Sam Howell. I know this is like a very, very, very sleeper pick. We haven't seen much of him, but what we saw in college, I thought was so elite. When he was a junior, I think it was his junior year or sophomore year, he had so many weapons. Including was it Williams from the Broncos? He had Carter that plays for the Jets now. As far as running backs, 1-2 punch.
Down
Um,
Brown.
he, yeah, exactly. He had elite weapons at wide receiver as well. He lost all of those, and he's obviously the passing numbers. Showed that there was a little bit of a drop off, but it was more related to the weapons than his ability. And in that year, he actually ran the ball like a freaking running back. He just breaks tackles. I think he's a very underrated player. I know a lot of people think of him as a Mayfield 2.0. I disagree. I think he's different. The players seem to be behind him. They're buying into him. And you hear a lot of good things from Dotson to McLaurin. And I'm very excited to see what he has. I actually own Howell, so maybe I'm a little biased, but I think them not drafting a quarterback, at least, giving him the reins and being, look, we believe in you. He has weapons. He has good running backs. He had good receivers. I think there's potential there for him to be a very good wide receiver, at least top 15, if not higher, when it's all said and done after this season. So, and he has the rushing upside that we talk about with Hurts and Richardson. Obviously, not to that level, speed wise, but he's definitely very athletic. And for me, Sam Howell is a sleeper pick for me.
Yeah, I love that pick as a sleeper, man. That's a good sleeper pick.
Yeah.
Guys, there's two different players I could go back forth on my second quarterback sleeper here. I'm going to make it real short. One of them is Kenny Pickett. I feel like with the weapons he has around him, the way he finished 2022, just on a roll, I felt like, they were one game away from making the playoffs. Kenny Pickett is my second sleeper here for the Dynasty Football 2023 lineup. I love it. I love what's around him. I love what he can bring to you. He really didn't flash a lot of rushing ability like he did at Pittsburgh, but I feel like the more and more comfortable this guy gets in the NFL, the more and more you're going to see what we saw at Pittsburgh with Kenny Pickett. I love him. I love Pickens. I love Muth. I love Najee Harris. I mean, this guy's just got weapons. They just upgraded his offensive line. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so my second sleeper here, or my third sleeper at quarterback. I'm just throwing this in real quick because I'm making my turn real short. Anthony freaking Richardson, guys. The RPO with this guy and what he can do on the run is going to be nasty with the Colts. Go get this guy if you can, because there's a reason he is jumping up on all the boards in Dynasty. He is just look at the guy. He looks like a freaking racehorse, man. He's unreal. He dominated the combine. I ain't playing with no stats in college. Okay, cool. Same shit with Damian Pierce last year. Freaking didn't do nothing in college hardly, but came in and just absolutely ran through the NFL his rookie year. So for me, Anthony Richardson, I have to throw him in here as a sleeper.
All right. What about running back?
Running back. So a guy that I just mentioned. Obviously, I'm a Houston Texans fan, and I think this dude is still being slept on. He had 939 rushing yards last year. I feel like that number is going to increase with better quarterback play. better wide receiver group, better tight end in Dalton Schultz. You're going to see this guy run absolutely wild, and I'm calling it right now. He is a top 10 running back this year in all formats. Mr.
Hmm.
Damian Pierce is going to let them boys know this year. So he is my true sleeper running back, even though he was literally only 59 yards away from cracking 1,000 last year. So let's go. Damian Pierce, RB1 on the sleeper team.
All right. And quite consider him a sleeper, but I'm going to go with it just because I think when you look at, running backs, any player coming out of college, you really don't know what you have until they actually play in the NFL, Obviously, you mentioned Richardson as a rookie. I think my sleeper, and I say sleeper in a way that I think he's going to finish top 3 running backs in the NFL. As a rookie, I think Bijan. And just a sleeper in the sense that he's the rookie. We don't know what he's going to be. I mean, for all we know, he can be Richardson. Hopefully not. I'm talking about Richardson from Alabama that couldn't find holes.
Trent Richardson.
Yeah, Trent Richardson. So for all we know, I mean, we all know what Trent Richardson looked like in college at Alabama, and we know what happened in the NFL. So obviously I'm not saying this is the case here, but I'm saying we don't know until we know. We don't know until we see what he's doing at this level. It's a different beast. So for me, Bijan Robinson is my RB1 sleeper.
There we go, baby. Hey, love to see the respect to them Texas running backs, baby. We got the helmet up there. Vince Young, I am a University of Texas fan, so that's good to hear. All right, guys. A guy that I missed out on, I should have taken him last year. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But the way this guy runs, the way that he showed me he could come in and just said, Clyde Allaire, sit your ass on the bench. This is my backfield now. I'm taking Isaiah Pacheco at my RB2 spot to just absolutely explode this year. Man, this guy, when you watch him play, this is how a running back needs to run. Man, this dude, just explosive. He don't step out of bounds. He runs through you, a la Walter Payton. And that's what I love to see in a running back. I mean, it's smarter these days with these running backs doing that. But I still love to see that gritty running back, hey, man, the train is coming through style. And this cat right here, Isaiah Pacheco, has that. He has that dog in him. He has that, man, just a burst, man. When you see this cat run the ball, you're like, golly, man. Like, this cat is coming out to play. And that's what I love to see. Isaiah Pacheco is my true sleeper here. I think he's top 15, top 10 running backs this year, especially in that offense with Mahomes. So we'll see what we got here with Pacheco.
All right. I think for me, I'm going to go back, and this is kind of weird because I don't want to. They're not strictly some people, but for me, it's about situation, and I think situations can be situational. So for me, my next sleeper is the guy who kind of flashed, and then unfortunately his season was cut short. He could have finished as a rookie of the year in the offensive side of the ball. And I think he has he bounces back from injury, and he just tears the league apart, especially with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. They're not going to be able to put eight or nine men in the box. Obviously, he flashed. He can catch it. He can run it. He can take it. Like, he has elite speed to where he can actually bust some long ones, whether it is receiving or running the ball. And sleeper in the sense that he was hurt. Obviously, the ACL injury is not what it used to be, but at the same time, it is an ACL injury. So, for me, Breece Hall, sleeper, RB2.
Love it, man. I love it, man. I think that's a great pick there for you. Breece Hall, man, he started really lighting up the league before that knee injury, man. So, man, him with Rodgers spreading the ball out, hey, you could have an Aaron Jones Jr. or beyond, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
we saw what kind of running lanes and offense opens up with, the Packers when they had Jones and Dillon. I think it's the same thing here, like you said, with Brees Hall. So it's going to be good for him to get a quarterback like that in there. All right, guys, wide receiver one. Wide receiver one on my sleeper team. Here we go. Are you ready?
I'm
Can
ready.
you feel it? It's coming. It's coming, guys. So for me, guys, the big time sleeper, wide receiver one. I saw this guy coming on last year, bro, and I was just so happy for you that you had him. Drake London, baby. Hey,
Wow.
super big boo. Hey, this cat right here is gonna be Mike Evans Jr. And I've been telling everybody he's Mike Evans Jr. Drake London is going to absolutely let the league know this year, dude. Always loved him coming out of USC, man. This cat right here, dude. You an absolute stud, man. Drake London.
Yeah. I was actually going to pick him, but I don't want to. I don't want to double down, so I'll pick someone else as my breakout. I hope he breaks out. I own him, so so I hope he breaks out. I think for me, a player that can really we kind of saw glimpses a little bit. There's room. The room is a little crowded, but I think Kadarius Toney. We saw what he could do at Florida. The dude is almost like I don't want to steal someone else's nickname, but he's almost like a human joystick. He can change direction. He's a very, very, very good straight line speed, great route running. We kind of saw glimpses of how they used him in Kansas City at the end of the year once he got traded. And I think with Juju being gone, being out, someone needs to step up. They haven't really quite said who the number one is, but I mean, it has to be this guy. I think he's my sleeper to be probably a top 20, top 15 wide receiver, if not higher, with that offense. I mean, he definitely has that Tyreek Hill speed. So for me, Kadarius Toney is my sleeper wide receiver one.
Let's do it, baby. Hey, I love the pick, man. Got the diamonds already coming out. This cat right here, he could be special, man. If he just can, put it all together, man. That's what we want out of these sleepers, man. If they could just stay on the field and just put it all together, we know the talent's there.
Yeah.
Same with this next guy. For me, it's a homer pick. Obviously, I'm a Texans fan, but who's the Texans wide receiver one? That's a big question. You got Nico Collins, you got Mechie, just drafted Tank Dell, you got Robert Woods. I mean, they got a decent wide receiver group, but who's going to step up? Who's going to be the wide receiver one? The guy that we're digging for here, and the guy that I've heard throughout the OTAs that is really bonding with a great, accurate quarterback in C.J. Stroud is Nico Collins. Nico Collins, I feel, can break out if he stays healthy. I mean, guys, we all know the talent's there. We saw it at Michigan. We saw what he could do. He's a big-time receiver. Stroud's got to have someone, right? Stroud's got to have someone to throw the ball to on a consistent basis. And he's got the size, the speed, and the hands for me to be that cat. So for me, without a doubt, it's Nico Collins as my wide receiver 2 sleeper here.
Nice. No, I agree, man. They have a big hole to fill there. No one's filled it really since Hopkins. So there's definitely a chance. So what he did last year with, I don't want to disrespect anyone, but no one at quarterback, I think it's going to be
long neck, baby. We got long neck, the giraffe back there. Freaking with a neck like that, you would think you could see over defenses, but apparently not.
But I mean, I don't want to get too far into. I mean, obviously, he didn't do what Garrett Wilson did, without a quarterback. But he definitely has the potential. And I think the Jets were a little bit closer last year than the Texans. So I think this year he can definitely take a step forward and really show everyone what he has. So I agree with you on that one. I'm trying to think of my next guy here. Let's see. Oh, I already got it. I just I got excited about.
A light bulb, a Dynasty Football light bulb just blew up in many.
Well, I had one, and then you got me excited about Nico Collins, so then I lost it.
Yeah,
Why is this so hard to look for players? Can I? Why isn't it? Oh, there's the search bar. That's what I need.
yeah, yeah.
Um, is it Judy?
We got the search bar going.
Here it
We're-
is.
we're-
I missed it. I didn't realize. All right, going back to my Russell Wilson sleeper pick. I think this guy, he kind of finished the year strong last year, and we all know what he's capable of. We saw what he did at Alabama. We've seen glimpses here and there. There's been some injuries, but I think this is the year where he puts it all together. Definitely Russell Wilson having that sleeper status and really coming back as the top quarterback. Maybe not top quarterback in the league, but one of the top quarterbacks in the league potentially, is only going to help this guy meet his full potential. So for me, Jerry Jeudy is my wide receiver 2 sleeper pick.
Like it. I love it, man. I'm not one of them cats that's on Jerry Judy's train. I feel like the hype coming around this cat could have been, what he was supposed to do was, man, he was supposed to be, Devontae Smith. He was supposed to be in that realm, and we just still haven't seen that. But I think it's a great sleeper pick, and it's sad to see Jerry Jeudy come from so much hype to being a sleeper now. I mean, we always want to go with that big school guy, and especially we did with the Alabama Jeudy pick, but unfortunately injuries have derailed that path. So, great sleeper pick there, man. For me, we going to the tight ends now, Manny? Is that what we're doing?
That's what we're doing.
Baby. Hey, there's not any other sleeper pick for this for me. I know that his quarterback may not be around week 1, but you talk about a cat named Trey McBride at tight end. You talk about the talent. You talk about the hype. We saw it coming on when Hurts got hurt last year for me. Trey McBride, baby. Go buy all you can of Mr. McBride because it's going to pay off. This guy reminds me a lot of Travis Kelce. He reminds me a lot of, them tight ends that just come in and take over, like Mark Andrews. Nobody knew who he was. All of a sudden, he's Mr. Relevant. Sorry. So Trey McBride for me, especially when Murray gets back in there. He's going to ball out this year, I think. So I'm going to roll with Trey McBride.
All right. For me, I'm going to go ahead and look him up so we don't waste too much time. I think Jelani Woods, for me, is my sleeper. I think the size-speed combo is ridiculous. And I think one of the things is very similar to, Richardson being a sleeper is because of the head coach. The head coach is the offensive coordinator or the old offensive coordinator of the Eagles, and they plan to use Richardson the same way they use Hurts. And for me, what I've heard is that they're planning on using Woods the way they used. I don't even like him. God, what's his name? That's how much I don't like him. I don't even remember what.
Who are you talking about?
The tight end for the Eagles.
Tight end for the Eagles, Dallas Goedert.
Goddard. I don't like him. I think I call him handstones Goddard because he drops the easiest passes and then he'll make the most amazing catch. If it's a hard pass, guaranteed catch. If it's easy,
catch he made was unbelievable, bro. I was like, oh my God. I thought it was.
Let me ask you this:
was George Pickens out there making that catch, bro?
Let me ask you: was it a hard catch?
It was insanely hard. It was ridiculous.
Like that's what I'm saying. If it's hard, he's making it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Handstones, Goddard, easy catches, drops them. Hard ones, he catches them. I don't know how he does it, but concentration most likely. But anyways, we're supposed to be using Woods, is what I heard, in that Goddard role. And obviously we saw what Goddard did the last 2 years. He's getting a lot of targets, and he's definitely becoming one of the I can't say it. Good tight ends. I'm not going to say elite. One of the good tight ends in the league. And I think Jelani Woods kind of flashed there. He had, he just wasn't giving a lot of opportunities. But when he did, I mean, he had a game where he had 3 catches, I think, with 3 touchdowns or 2 touchdowns, something crazy like that. Like basically, almost all his catches were touchdowns. I think if he gets a little more playing time, because for some reason, Colts head coach or offensive coordinator, whoever, did not want to put him in the game, even though when he was in the game, he was making plays. So, and he ended up with a decent season. It wasn't bad. So I think for me, Jelani Woods is going to be my sleeper tight end.
Sweet, man. I'm going to go with 2 flexes real quick just to cap these. I wanted to add some more sleepers in. So I'm gonna give them my 2 flex sleeper spots real quick. You can chime in with yours. And
Okay.
then we'll go with the sleeper defense real quick. So for me, there's 2 more players I wanted to mention here as a sleeper, a true sleeper. One of them is Jahmyr Gibbs, obviously coming into a role here with the Detroit Lions at running back. And for me, dude, this offense is going to be super explosive this year. And then I'm going to back on them Lions, dude. I'm coming with Sam Laporta as another sleeper tight end that I think is going to come in and absolutely wreak havoc on the NFL this year. I know we don't think tight ends are super, super valuable, but guys, trust me, there ain't nobody giving this guy no competition. He is an Iowa tight end. They produce, they just piss excellence in the NFL. And these 2 cats with the Lions, they got them some real live Lions, guys. So they're going to be good this year. So I feel comfortable giving those 2 guys my last 2 flex sleeper spots.
Awesome. Yeah, I have to agree with you with the Laporta pick. I think, you were mentioning tight ends. They usually don't perform very highly at a high level their rookie year, for the exception of Pitts, which had an amazing rookie year at the tight end position. But most of the time, it takes a couple of years for them to get going. I agree with you. Laporta may finish out as a top 10 tight end. I believe in his talent. Obviously, a little bit undersized when you look at some other tight ends, but dude, the production's there. He's basically Iowa's offense the last 3 years or 4 years. So I agree with you.
Well, Jameson Williams being suspended the first 6 games, them targets got to go somewhere. So
yeah, exactly. That's all I got though. I agree with you with Laporta pick, and that's where it ends for me.
yeah. All right, guys. So real quick, I'm gonna give you a sleeper defense real quick. Kind of like, hey man, we kind of forgot about this team. They have added some real life production there. For me, it's gonna be the Miami Dolphins. So that's my sleeper defense. If you're looking for one, maybe out on the waivers, they just added Jalen Ramsey in the off season. They got some dogs over there on this defense, dude. And I think with their offense picking up. And really starting to catch some steam. I think this team, last year and the year before, they started rising on the rankings. So for me, I like the Miami Dolphins on defense this year as a sleeper defense.
Awesome. No, I agree with you. I think they're going to be elite. They already had a lot of playmakers, and the addition of Ramsey, and also they got Smith, the corner out of South Carolina. The combination that they basically probably have the best 3 corners in the league.
Xavier Howard, dude.
Oh yeah, Howard too. I'm just saying. In addition, Howard's already a Pro Bowler. Almost getting 10 picks a season. Ramsey's already, we know what he is. But having those 2 guys plus Smith, that he can play outside, he can play inside. And that allows Ramsey to kind of move all over the place, which is what they plan on doing. It gives him that versatility to kind of let him go wherever he wants. And they already have the pass rush and the secondary. Holland is amazing. So anyways, I agree with you with the Dolphins as sleepers. I think the Jets are a sneaky pick as well as far as sleeper defense.
Read my mind over here, bro. I wanted to say them too. But, hey, Jets all the way, boy, with this Sauce Gardner. Yeah. Oh my God, the Jets are good. So yeah.
But yeah, that's it for me, man.
All right, guys. Hey, as always, like and subscribe. We got more heat coming to you throughout the off season. We want you guys to get on this DFL bandwagon. Hey, might be debuting the new hat next week, so look out for that DFL new era. It's gonna be 1-on-1. It was kind of expensive, but Anyways, guys, hey, much love for following me and Manny here. We're gonna bring you the heat as much as we can, and always, baby, Dynasty Football. Out!